Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I am Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Collectively, we are three expensive office blokes that will make you look poor.
Right.
I didn't think it through. I just kind of tried to flip the...
The title.
Yeah.
Sorry
about that one,
It was
guys.
a good effort, though.
I'd just like to apologise to everyone on there. Apologise to my family especially for bringing shame.
For my colleagues. And,
Get to the prison in Somalia, wherever it was.
Yeah. That's where you should go for that.
I tried. I failed.
For another introduction like that, and that's where you're going. One of them prisons.
Somalia. Be a pirate. I'll be the king of the pirates.
What was it? Room 22 or something in North Korea? Was it called something?
Something like that. Right, 7 cheap cars that'll make you look rich.
Interesting.
Right. Okay. Yeah, have to be really cheap
cars.
Yeah,
one of the cars I found cheap over here when I was shopping for a new car. Ones I found that were like expensive cars that devalue so much is the Maserati.
Yeah,
just go for you can get them for nothing.
Yeah, I looked at the not that I was legitimately going to buy, but I looked at the SUV Maserati. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. Laporte or something, is it?
Quattraport. You got the Quattraport.
It's not the Quattro,
yeah,
because that's like the executive saloon, isn't it? But just out of curiosity, one was next to me on the lights, and it was making such a noise. That
they are loud. Yeah,
it's tasty. And then I looked, and it was like this kind of orange Italian leather on the inside. It's a beautiful looking car. Yeah. And I think new they start at about 100 grand. And I looked on Auto Trader, and you get one that's about 3 years old, 30 grand.
Yeah. Really?
25, 30 grand.
Cheap, yeah.
That is depreciation, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's obviously I wasn't seriously looking at it, but when I saw that, I was like...
I'm guessing the upkeep and the servicing and parts and stuff like that is absolutely
so expensive. Still 100 grand car,
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, it had some big fat tyres on it that are going to cost you a couple of quid.
Yeah.
I'm sure, yeah.
But yeah, I'm not sure with this, because what do you define as a cheap car? Like what is...
Exactly. Well, that's the starting point, isn't it? What's cheap?
Well, it's what the other side of it is will make you look rich.
Yeah.
So you need something that's going to be at least over 100 grand pounds.
You'd expect some sort of two-doorer, like supercar or something like that.
It's very subjective, isn't it? Because if you know a little bit about cars, you're gonna know better. Someone might see like a Toyota MR2, like a souped up one, and think, but they're like 20-30 grand for a really souped up one. But someone else may see that and go, you must be rich if you drive.
I think these might be like kit cars.
You think?
Yeah, that like made to look a little bit like a Bugatti, or made to look a little bit like whatever.
It might be China, where they actually make fake Rolls Royces and they're exactly the same, but just have different badges and stuff.
Could be, yeah.
Anyway, let's find out 7 cheap cars that'll make you look rich.
When you pull up to the next car meet, you want to be seen, and not in some dumpy old Honda that everyone and their grandmother owns. No, you want something unique, with flair, but most importantly, it has to be on a budget.
It literally just gone blank. There's a dealer next to my house as well. The little Lotus. You can get
a Elise or something like
really
that.
tasty Lotus for
Lotus.
Yeah, they're quite sporty little things, aren't they?
They go up to like 250k, but they start at about 30 grand, don't they?
They look weird when you see them, they're tiny.
They're really nice looking cars though, but I'm too big for one.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking you could drive a Lotus that you spent 30-40 grand on, and people think it's a 200 grand car.
Is it cheap though, 30-40 grand? Still
not really, but in terms of a car like that.
Second-hand one.
Yeah.
Something like that's nice.
Yeah.
Bit of a shed, really. I've heard the rubbish.
Well, never fear. Today, we're taking a look at 7 great sports cars that will make your friends jealous, but that can all be purchased at an affordable price. Now, there are going to be plenty of insane cars later in the video that I can almost guarantee you've never heard of. But I wanted to start things off with a more common cheap supercar that's easy to find on the used market, the Jaguar XKR. The XK joined this British luxury brand's lineup in the late 90s, and it was produced in 2 generations, which ended in 2015. It was essentially an early grand touring version of the current F-Type, a car which still uses an evolution of the XK's chassis and motor.
Nice.
Here we go.
I like that.
Ooh. It also shares a lot in common with Aston Martins of that era, and is often compared to the V8 Vantage and DB7. The XKR is powered by a 5-liter supercharged V8, making a little more than 500 horsepower, although the Performance Edition XKR-S boosted that to around 550. It also had a 6-speed automatic transmission and a leather interior with the finest 7-inch touchscreen that 2015 could offer. The XK is not a lightweight track car by any means, with a curb weight of around 4,000 pounds, but it does offer a powerful drivetrain, an exciting exhaust note, and a surprisingly attractive exterior design. Yeah, if you had to guess, this looks like a pretty expensive ride. But surprisingly, used models are incredibly affordable. Low mileage examples go for around $30,000, and high mileage hard used XKs can sometimes be found for less than $20,000. That is a lot of luxury and performance for the price, which makes this a great car to look rich on a budget. If you want something a little more sporty and unique, I'd recommend looking into the Factory 5 Racing 818. It's built around a highly tunable Subaru boxer motor, with Factory 5's iconic tube kit chassis and fiberglass body encasing it. The final product is lightweight, affordable, and best of all, an absolute blast to drive. The 818 debuted in 2013, a smaller, lighter car than the rest of Factory 5's lineup, intended to seduce a younger audience of next-gen automotive enthusiasts. It weighs only 818 kilograms, or around 1,800 pounds. The kit includes a tubular steel space frame and unique fiberglass body shell made at Factory 5's headquarters in Massachusetts. The drivetrain is borrowed from a Subaru WRX donor, including a 2.5-liter turbocharged Boxer 4 with 230 stock horsepower. It's offered in an open-top street edition, a coupe variant, or a hardcore 818R race spec.
Never heard
Prices
of it.
for the kit itself start at just over $10,000, but add in the price of a used or even...
Yeah, you got to build it yourself.
Build it yourself.
It's like IKEA.
True. And then, so the kit might just be the body and stuff, because if you're saying you've got to buy the Subaru Impreza as well for the chassis, is that what he was just about to say?
Itself start at just over $10,000, but add in the price of a used or even wrecked Subaru donor and general assembly, and you could be looking at around $25,000 for a finished model. If you're more of an adventurer...
I think you need to know what you do now, wouldn't you? Without a doubt. Just a bit.
I think if you had...
a bit posh boxer looking.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If you had loads of cash and you were like retired and had a big garage and you were into tinkering, something like that as a project for a couple of years would be pretty cool.
It's a bit more than tinkering, isn't it? Putting the car together.
Tinkering's like pumping the tyre up, mate.
I'll give it a few hours with that bollocks of that.
Yeah, it's exactly. Imagine me. Yeah. Mike, bring your spanners.
I think that'd be pretty cool, doing that sort of thing.
Not for me.
Yeah. It'd have to be a long-term project where
that's what I mean.
You had a car already.
Yeah, you're not doing it to build the car necessarily. You're doing it because you've just retired.
I can see that if I'd retired, had a big garage with loads of lights, and it was really sort of like had all the tools and everything.
Yeah,
then I could see that as being a bit of a
that's your project to keep you sane.
But you'd have to have a car already.
You could just go and buy one for 25 grand that's finished.
Yeah.
That's true, or you could buy a second-hand one for like $8,000 because they probably depreciate.
I think if you made it yourself, it's just, I think there'd be a bit of
different, isn't
bit
it?
of pride about it, building it yourself.
I'll be one of them that turns up and it's all done. I just have to put a sticker on the front or something and go, there you go, done it.
Yeah,
handmade.
Look at me.
Yeah, I did that.
Type, check out this rally-inspired replica build from LB Specialist Cars. The LB STR is their interpretation of the 70s racing legend Lancia Stratos. The original Stratos is one of rally racing's most famous icons. It was designed by Marcello Gandini and powered by a Ferrari V6. As you can imagine, the price tag on one of these is pretty, well, stratospheric these days. The LB STR kit attempts to keep its spirit alive, but in a much more affordable and usable package. It has a torsionally rigid CAD-designed space frame chassis designed to mimic the shape of the original Stratos with more modern safety features integrated. In addition, the fiberglass replica body is so true to the original it can even fit genuine Lancia parts. It can also fit a variety of engines. The recommended affordable option is a 2.5-liter Alfa Romeo V6, but it can also accept an even cheaper Toyota 2GR FE or an authentic Ferrari V6, just like the real rally car. As you can imagine, prices vary a lot from build to build. You'll be spending a premium if you want that Ferrari motor instead of the Toyota, but expect to fork over around $60,000 to $70,000 for one of these rally replicas. Yes, it's the most expensive option on this list, but might be worth it for someone looking to experience a little taste of rally history. Okay, the STR isn't the most practical daily driver, and yeah, it's also anxiously close to the 6-digit mark that could get you into some crazy fast supercars. Let's dial it down a bit for this next one. The Maserati Gran Turismo. It has all the prestige of the Italian Marque's badge and a powerful V8 derived from the Ferrari F430. That's right, over 400 horsepower of naturally aspirated, front-engined 7,000 RPM.
Why do you think they depreciate so much?
I don't know. I was looking and I was just like, what?
A lot of the time, it's they've got to be resellable, haven't they? They've got to be.
Yeah.
They're usually like popular models, aren't they? I suppose.
You don't see many on the road.
No, you don't.
Smaller market as well, of course.
I wonder if they've got a bit of an old man feel about Maserati.
I think so. Yeah.
It's like Jags.
Make a lot of noise, but they don't really. Don't do very appealing, are they?
It's not a name that springs to mind if you're doing like F1 or things like that these days, is it? You know, back when you're more like Mercedes, don't you? BMW, Ferrari. You don't really hear so much about Maseratis anywhere, really.
I think it's old man appeal.
Yeah.
It's definitely
I think
comfort.
So.
It's more comfort over sport, and I know, it's got a lot of clout under the bonnet sort of thing. But it's just for me, it's
got that image still thing, doesn't it? Like, say, I think you're right.
Yeah, that's the SUV.
There's 10 cars that I had before that.
Yeah, same. But the SUV one was obviously more about comfort that I was looking at. Yeah. Big engine, it was probably pretty nippy, but it just sounded amazing.
If you're going for a sports car like that, you don't want comfort. There's nothing comfort about them. You want to be feeling every turn and bouncing over every pothole.
Not with the potholes at the moment. I hit one the other day that I swore very quickly because it just came out of nowhere. I couldn't see it. It was, there's usually a colour difference, like it's dark because it's deep. It was the exact same colour as the road, but it was deep, and it was one of them where I'm like,
just banged your car and you think.
So angry when I hit it.
Fun. Total output and performance specs have varied throughout the years, but even the early models can do 0 to 60 in less than 5 seconds. And it goes without saying, the Gran Turismo has a characteristic Italian exterior with a fantastic silhouette and aggressive stance. It's definitely going to stand out. How much will you need to sacrifice to get into one of these exotic luxury coupes? Well, back in the day, a brand new Gran Turismo could cost well into the 100,000 range. But even in this economy, depreciation still hits used Maseratis pretty hard. I found a few Gran Turismos being offered at less than 30K. Good luck finding another Ferrari V8 for that cheap. It's one crazy deal to look rich and go fast on a budget. Oh, I can hear the haters clamoring already. You can't buy a Maserati and expect it to be reliable. It would be just a terrible mistake. Well, how about a Toyota MR2 then? The Japanese brand is hailed as one of the most dependable manufacturers to ever grace the automotive universe. And if you think the MR2 doesn't look stylish enough to stand out, well, that's where Turismo UK comes in. They specialize in transforming old used sports cars into modern art pieces. Their Porsche Carrera GT-inspired lineup has fiberglass body kits designed for affordable sports cars like the MR2 and 986 Boxster. The Avalanche GT is their MR2-based kit. It comes with a full set of GRP body panels and an optional roof scoop, engine cover, and interior adornment. The price for this conversion starts at just under 5,000 British pounds. Of course, you'll still have to provide the MR2 and assemble it yourself. Let's say you like the idea of a DIY project, but you don't want it to be an exact miniature Porsche replica. Car number 6 on our list of cheap exotics to
my neighbour's got an MR2 like that.
On the drive. Is it drivable? Is it drivable?
Yeah, he drives it every day.
Oh, okay.
Wakes me up when he starts the engine in the morning. But he spent 20-30 grand on doing it up. Yeah. Gigantic wheels, body kit. It looks absolutely amazing. It's a really cool car.
It's one of them, when I see cars with them big spoilers on the back, I don't know. It just kind of gives me that shopping cart sort of feel.
His doesn't have the high up. It's just kind of the more subtle, low down spoiler.
Yeah.
But it's a tasty car. It really is.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the spoilers unless you're doing like rally racing or Formula 1 or
if they're
whatever.
actually needed.
Yeah,
a lot of them
yeah,
look like
yeah.
you don't really need that.
Yeah. When we were out before, did you see that Ford Focus that went the other way? I don't know if you picked up on it.
No, I missed it.
Making a right racket, and then I looked round and glanced over my shoulder and saw him going the opposite way. I was like, what are you doing?
Proper boy race, was it? Yeah.
For the first time in ages, I saw it was like a Renault Clio or something the other day. It was just a little hatchback that some young lad had put a big fat exhaust on, and I thought that was done with now. I thought that was like 10, 15 years ago. People did that.
Still doing it.
It's making a ruthless noise, and then you look and it's like this little tiny hatchback. Yeah, sad.
To look rich is the Blackwell Widow SPR1. It's designed and sold by Wayne Blackwell in the UK. And although he originally planned to build the SPR1 on a fully custom space frame with a V8 drivetrain, Blackwell ultimately decided on a Mazda Miata donor chassis instead. This makes the Widow SPR1 lighter, cheaper, and frankly more fun to drive than 90% of other cars on the road. The exterior design clearly takes a lot of inspiration from the TVR Sajaris, but has enough of its own unique flair to stand distinct. Best of all, the price? Just $4,300. You can check out my full video about the Blackwell sports car company and their future products linked on the screen now.
So I guess you've got to turn up with an MX5 and say turn that into that.
I guess so.
It costs you $5,000.
Yeah,
it's like an expensive body kit, I guess, isn't it? So
kit cars. I don't know why you would want to. I don't know. Why would you want to change from a Miata to?
Well, they're good cars anyway, aren't they?
What did he change it into? Like, looking like a Porsche sort of like kit.
Yeah, similar. My brother had a MX5. I presumed it's called a Miata in the States. Yep. And when he bought it, the registration plate was MX5. Too bad.
Is it?
Yeah.
I would not get in it. I wouldn't. I'd be like, nah, mate. I'll get an Uber.
That reg plate, by the time he sold it, that reg plate was probably worth more than the car. Yeah. But he sold it with the car.
Oh, did he?
Rather than do it. So there was internet forums of people talking about his reg plate.
Yeah.
Really? Like MX5 forums.
Yeah.
They should have sold it separate.
Should have. Definitely. It was a rapid car, though. Yeah. It was really fast.
Yeah, they're on the light, aren't they? Like you were alluding to there.
Yeah.
The final car on this list is sure to turn heads as much as a Ferrari or Lamborghini would, but at a fraction of the price.
Corvette,
With so much hype around the recently released C8 Corvette, a lot of enthusiasts seem to have forgotten about its older sibling, the C7. A 6.2-liter pushrod V8, 460 horsepower, iconic American style. It offers a lot of the same perks and head-turning aggression as the infamous C8, but costs a lot less on the secondary market. Right now could be a great time to scoop one up at a lower price. Used Stingrays are going for a little over $40,000. Which of these 7 cheap cars to look rich is your pick?
That's interesting, that.
Yeah, we don't see many Corvettes over here.
No.
Not at all.
You see a few, but they're few and far between, aren't they?
Very, very rare. But I don't know if did they even sell them in the Chevy dealers?
I'm not sure.
Because I know some of the footballers had them, didn't they, with United? When United got sponsored by Chevy, I know some of them picked up the Corvettes.
Yeah.
I remember Top Gear reviewing one years ago when it was Clarkson and the other guys, and they rated it in terms of performance, but the fiberglass body, they were like pushing it in, and they said it's practically plastic.
Yeah.
It was cheap feeling.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if
the car, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure if are they still going Chevy over here? I presume they are, but I know they were sort of like getting quite big a few years ago, weren't they? But
still on the up and up coming over here. You see a lot of Chevy cars over here.
Yeah. I mean, so the budget there is like anything from 10, 15 up to 60 grand, I think it was.
That's the most expensive, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But like you say, they were kit cars, wasn't they? Made to look like other cars.
Yeah.
Not all of them. Not all of them necessarily would make you look rich, I don't think. But I don't know.
The Maserati gives that sort of like luxury feel.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
that was the only one that kind of stood out for me.
Along with the name, I think.
Yeah, and the Jag XKR as well.
Yeah.
It's quite a nice car, that XKR. It's not aged. It's not aged badly.
No,
it still looks all right.
quite nice.
It looks relevant, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
A lot of cars from that era got old quite quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, for that, if it's that type of car that you're after, then that's probably one of the better ones, isn't it? I guess
think so,
like a Tourer sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's nice. I like that.
It's just the upkeep, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's one of the other things with the Maseratis, isn't it? I'm guessing the upkeep ain't cheap. Would it be an Italian? And there's just not many of them about, is there?
I don't think I've ever seen a Maserati dealer over here.
No,
exactly.
No, not that I can think of.
Nothing springs to mind anyway. But I want a car that's made to look like another car.
I'd have an older car that's been done up to have the more modern stuff on it. You know,
as long as it's still got its identity of what car you're buying. I wouldn't buy my Arta and trying to make it look like a Porsche.
But there's
I get what you mean.
There's Porsches from the 70s and stuff that companies will do modern brakes, you know, ABS.
Oh yeah, they restore it, like a restoration program.
Yeah, but actually modernise it. They change out most of the bits and make it into a modern, safe, economical, not economical, but fast car.
Yeah,
but you know what it is still.
It's still the same car. It's just you've replaced most of the bits.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have something that's pretending to be something else. It's a bit sketchy, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway,
yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.